But now there's no dinner because of Omicron.
You partied with the naked firefighters.
I partied with the naked firefighters. There's just a lot of issues going on, so we're gonna have to push it to the new year.
Okay.
But you will get a bonus, and I feel bad that I didn't get you guys a gift. But also, Venetia, did you get me a gift? Did you?
I did get you a gift.
Jesus.
But we can open it.
Is it going to be as surprising as Vinny's gift?
No. But we can open it on the Patreon.
Okay, we'll open up Venetia's gift on the Patreon. Ooh, yes, we're going to open up Venetia's gift on the Patreon.
But who do you think had a better year than Caitlyn?
Who had a better year than Caitlyn? Pete Davidson.
Correct.
I would say if Pete Davidson goes trans after Kardashian, then I will do whatever it takes to somehow date a Kardashian.
God. I hope he does.
That'd be great if he did. I think the people that had the best years personally, I think the people that had the best years were Caitlyn Jenner, Pete Davidson, Elon Musk had a great year, paying $11 billion in taxes. Do you know him paying $11 billion in taxes? Somebody told me like that's enough to give like every American citizen like $100,000 or something.
Oh wow!
Like to get everybody out of poverty. Just his tax bill.
Well, I saw like somebody was talking shit to him, and he said, "You know what? Send me how much money I need to send, and I'll cure world hunger. I'll do it if you send me."
It was with Bernie. He was like back and forth with Bernie Sanders.
He's been
that.
popping off.
And what did Bernie say to that? Nothing.
Nobody responded with the calculations.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well,
then he also called Elizabeth Warren Karen. he called her Senator Karen.
Do you know what I think is a conspiracy? And I could be wrong. I think because Elizabeth Warren has been getting like her ass kicked a little bit, like in the news and the media, she had to come out with saying I have COVID for like sympathy.
Yeah,
I don't think I think it's. I understand COVID's rampant right now, but I still kind of think like, But
it's a little thing on the bingo card of politics.
Everybody says they have COVID when they're getting in trouble. Yeah, you have COVID. Okay. But going back to David Attenborough's Our Planet on Netflix, it was amazing because a lot of times you just watch a documentary on, let's say, climate change and the planet, and they give you no solutions. They just say, we're evil, humans are evil, there's going to be a 6th mass extinction caused by humans, bad, which is all true. But what David Attenborough does is the first hour of it, he says it's a whole beautifully shot thing with all his footage and his classic, iconic, British voice, which you've all heard. If you don't know David Attenborough, once you hear his voice, like, oh, I've heard his voice a million times. He does an hour, and then as a screen goes black, he says, this has been my mission statement. And you think like it's over. And then the last half an hour is what we can do to get things better. And he gives all these examples of, one, stop having kids. He's like, people having children later in life helps everything. It helps the planet. It helps our resources. 2, sustainable energy. He said the fact that your banks and pensions are still investing in fossil fuel technology is such a huge problem because sustainable energy resources have been proven to be as effective as fossil fuels and coal and all that stuff. But yet these companies still put the money into it because there's money to be had, where the sustainable energy is just that. It will never go out, and it would decrease the carbon footprint hugely. The third thing he says is like changing our diets. Like he said, I'm not saying you have to go vegan and be a vegetarian, but if you just consciously say, I'm not going to eat meat and fish and chicken every single night for every meal, you would give the planet like 300 years back to like be fine. Then he says, fishing. He says, in reality, we would never, ever run out of fish. If we just took 10% of the ocean and only fished in that part of the ocean, you would never run out of fish for the eternity of millions of years. You could have fish, but instead we have it all over everywhere. And like a country, I forgot what country it was. It was like an island off the coast of Thailand. They said, you know what? No more commercial fishermen. We're not doing commercial fishermen at all. And they said, we're only going to allow it to happen, I think, for like a week at a time, and then everything else will be like the sustainable fishing, whatever. And their fish population grew back in like 2 years. They went from whatever it was, 10 million fish to over 1 billion fish in just a year or two. So it's like, the thing is like, it's not, he was saying it's not all doom and gloom. Like you think it's all doom and gloom, but it's not all doom and gloom. You can fix it. We can all fix it.
Now, did you share any of that information with the firefighters at the football game?
Yes. I tried to do that, and then instead they gave me a Bud Light to shotgun, pulled out their ass, screamed, "Let's go, Brandon," and called me a homo. Yeah. No, they wouldn't. My friend, shout out Patty Fly Balls. I was there. I started hanging out with you Friday afternoon. I took the flight home with you last night, and I think your body came to Florida, but everything else was left home because I think you were drunk from minute one to the last second. I don't think you recall anything. But it's so. I mean, dude, hanging out with Lil Debo and Patty Fly Balls, it's just fun. I just enjoy it. We had a great time. You kind of just forget about your problems for a few hours. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. When I'm hanging out with with Patty Fly Balls and Lil Debo, I forget about my problems for a few hours, and I really enjoy hanging out with them. But the problem is you're pulling the rubber band back, because then when I get back to my life, I have even more problems, because Vinny, Hates, hates them. But it's still great. It's still great. Like I said, I kind of only half regret going. A lot of my friends didn't think I was going to go. They're like, "You're going to cancel." And I was like, "No, I'm going to do it. I'm standing up. I'm going to do it." And I fucking did it. And I brought back COVID.
Proud of you, man. You did.
I did. Thank you.
Proud of you, buddy.
I mean, what a year it's been, right? I mean, think about where we were. All of you, even the audience at home. Where were you 365 days ago? What was your last Christmas like? What was going on in your family, in your life? Who was sick? Who wasn't? How are you feeling? Have you improved in a year? Have you not improved? I think we've improved. I'm happier sitting here than I was sitting there last year. I think we've won. And if you feel you haven't improved, then just improve for next Christmas. There's no, you know what I mean? There's always tomorrow. You know. How about this? David Attenborough said this: "The only way a species can thrive is if everything around it is thriving." So if you feel you haven't thrived, check the people around you in your life, because maybe you're not thriving because they're not thriving, and you need to be with people who are thriving. Or maybe just make your circle very, very small, and you're the only one in it for a year, and you thrive, and no one can stop you. So that was a good thing that he said. He said, the only way a species can thrive is if everything around it in nature is thriving. So that, and I took that personally. I was like, why am I not thriving? Oh, my mom. So I don't talk to her anymore. And I'm not going to talk to her anymore, and I'm not going to Christmas at her house. I'm done. JK, what's up, Mom?